Good morning, evening, night, whatever, whenever, wherever. I'm Rooster, and these are my top 10 reveals during the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase 2022. Xbox and Bethesda put on an event showcasing what the next 12 months looks like for users of the Xbox ecosystem. That's to say, the Xbox Series X and S, PC players, and Xbox Cloud players, with Xbox Game Pass being the main focus of the entire event, with the words "coming to Xbox Game Pass Day 1" being seen over and over again, really hammering home the importance of Game Pass to Xbox. Across the just over 1.5 hour event, there were some ups and some downs, as can be expected with a wide variety of games announced and shown, some better than others, but there were some standout games that caught my attention and a few that just blew me away. Microsoft Flight Simulator turns 40. That's a huge number for a franchise, and with the Microsoft Flight Simulator 40th anniversary, users can have the joys of flying new aircraft, gliders, and even helicopters. These are some great additions to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and had this been all, I think many would have been more than happy. But no. They hit us with another reveal right at the end. The crossover of Halo Infinite and Microsoft Flight Simulator will put the iconic Halo UNSC Pelican in the hands of players as a free add-on that you can download right now. Honestly, I was a little torn on High on Life when first watching it. First person shooter in the Rick and Morty universe with that textbook Rick and Morty humour. It could easily go either way. If you're not a fan of the Rick and Morty style adult humour, then this will never be for you. And if you are, then it's still going to need solid and enjoyable gameplay, which it may have, but I'm going to give this one a chance for now and keep an eye on it. If the gameplay hits the right spot, then it could be an interesting, if not a little silly, experience. Redfall didn't grab me when it was first revealed, but I do like a good group shooter. I'm not really sold on the art style, but I don't really hate it either. But I do like arcane games, and I am getting some level of Left 4 Dead vibe from this one. And with it being on Game Pass, I doubt I'll really have too many issues convincing my friends to jump on and at least give it a try. So this one's on my radar now. I'll be honest, I've heard little bits of Flintlock Siege of Dawn, but it never really sat on my radar. It just wasn't really something I was keeping an eye on. But the gameplay reveal, I have to admit, has got me interested. I'm not sure yet if I'm 100% sold on it, but I'm certainly keeping my eye on it now. The combat looks fluid, the story seems intriguing, and I quite like the art direction of the game, and with its releasing day 1 on Game Pass, I really have no reason not to at least give the game a go. Also, can we all agree that that little fox pet thing the main character has is just absolutely adorable, and I need more of that in my life. 16th century Bavaria? Narrative driven? Obsidian Entertainment? I'm in already. Pentamen has an incredibly unique style to it with the illuminated manuscript art style from the Middle Ages. I love a game with good story and choices, and that is exactly what Obsidian do. This seems like the kind of game I could sink hours into before I even realise what's happened, and I'm all about that. Sometimes you just need a good story-driven game with lots of choices to just suck you in and just take you away for hours on end. It's happening! It still exists! After all this time, we got a short trailer! Yay! But all jokes aside, I was very happy to see a trailer for Hollow Knight Silksong. The amazing art, fantastic music, and even fluid gameplay just gets me so excited to play this as soon as possible. Hollow Knight is an incredibly charming game, and I highly encourage anyone who hasn't played it before to go and give it a go. It is also on Xbox Game Pass, so if you already have Game Pass, then you honestly have little reason not to give it a try. A brand new trailer for A Plague Tale Requiem titled End of Innocence gave us another look at the stunning visuals of this game, and I have to say, I can't wait. The trailer was tense and the music just hits different. The first game, A Plague Tale Innocence, is on Game Pass right now, so if you want an intense and incredibly atmospheric narrative-driven experience with great visuals, then go check it out. And after experiencing that, it'll be hard not to be excited for the sequel. I feel it's interesting to see a slightly more violent and aggressive dynamic to the main character, and I'm really interested to see where the story goes with that. So, gaming events and showcases always come with a lot of spiel about next-gen graphics and gameplay and all that jargon. But honestly, Forza Motorsport can actually hold up to that spiel. The graphical and technical fidelity of this just blew me away. Who could ignore claims like 48 times improvement to the fidelity of the physics simulation? The weather and fully dynamic time of day gives the track such a different look and feel, but more importantly, actually changes the ambient temperature affecting the track and surface temps, altering the tyre grip to the track. That is just some great levels of detail that I'm sure racing fans just love to have. But what about when you crash? Because you will crash. Well, car damage has had a major enhancement too, with damage detail being reproduced down to individual scratches on the bodywork. Forza Motorsport games have always been enjoyable to play, and I doubt that's going to suddenly change now. And these generational leap, as they put it, enhancements just add so much more to this game. Honestly, I think Forza Motorsport is going to be a fantastic release, and being on Game Pass is yet another win. Diablo IV is a bit of a no-brainer for me here. I'm a big Diablo fan, and I've been keeping an eye on, and I'm very excited for Diablo IV since before we even knew it existed. With the reveal of the 5th and final release class for Diablo IV, the Necromancer, I have found the class that I will be playing first. What can I say? I'm a sucker for Necromancer classes in games. I'll be honest though, I didn't realise it was Diablo IV at first. I was watching the CGI trailer and thinking, ooh, a Necromancer game. This looks interesting. And then it started to dawn on me. Then the big Diablo 4 popped up on screen, and I was so happy to finally see the 5th class. Maybe I should have expected it, but honestly, I didn't expect to see Diablo 4 here, and I think the surprise made it all the sweeter. But we didn't just get the final class reveal. We saw some more gameplay with some world details. Everything about what we saw looked good to me. I love the darker, grittier style over 3, the 150 plus dungeons, the small world events, and even bigger world events requiring groups of players to take on. It's all just everything I could want out of Diablo 4, and for that reason, it's only topped by the obvious. Well, I think we all saw this coming. My top reveal is Starfield, of course. You'd be hard pressed to find a list about this event that doesn't put Starfield way at the top. I love Bethesda games. I have for many years. And I've been begging for more details and actual gameplay for this for so damn long, I thought I was going to lose my mind. Well, Todd finally delivered, and he delivered big. It started good. I was excited, but I wasn't quite blown away. Then they showed more, and more, and more, and it just kept going. Don't get me wrong, there are some flaws in the gameplay, and small things I'd like to see more of, or hope for some improvements, like the gunplay, which seemed a little floaty, but even that seemed a little bit better when ADS'd, and everything we saw was right at the start of the game, with enemies being low levels, and so perhaps the gunplay will be better when you have higher level weapons, and when you customize them more. And yeah, weapon customization and crafting is making a return. I loved that feature of Fallout 4, and I'm more than happy to see it coming back, probably with some pretty big improvements. The graphics looked great for a Bethesda game too. Nothing revolutionary or anything, but certainly not dated either, which is very welcome. Planet exploration looked varied and interesting, but that's something we will need to see more of before we can confirm it won't just feel empty. And although we saw some dialogue scenes, which incidentally gave me major Oblivion vibes with the camera angles and facial animations, but the UI was turned off, so no reveal of the actual dialogue systems just yet. But this is where things really started to ramp up. The character customization was shown, which honestly looked amazing. And then we got to see character backgrounds and traits. It is so damn good to see a return to, as I would put it, true RPG feel for character creation. The character backgrounds really help to give your character an identity before you take control of them, and even outline some starting skills for the player. Then you have additional, and I believe optional, 3 of them, traits, which gives your character a more unique feel with little advantages and disadvantages to each one. This is exactly what I was hoping to see in the character creation of Starfield, and it seems like I've gotten what I wanted. Count me excited. So the skill system takes skill trees with perks in them and also has you rank those skills up by using them and completing challenges. No details on what these challenges may be yet though. Settlement building is back on the menu. I'll mark it on your map. Outpost building looks like a further advancement of the Fallout settlement building system, which, love it or hate it, is more than likely here to stay in Bethesda games for the future. So the best we can really hope for is that it keeps improving and getting better, which it does appear to be doing. I just hope it doesn't feel like something you have to do and is more of a, hey, if you do it then you can get some pretty nice stuff. Now, settlement building is one thing, but building your own spaceship from the ground up is another. And I have to say the level of detail in ship customization looks incredible. And it's not just about looks either. You also have to make decisions on how the ship handles, as you can even fly your ships. Starfield didn't just take the number one slot, it eclipsed everything before it. There is so much more I could say about this, but I've talked about it for long enough now. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a video dedicated to Starfield with me breaking down everything I can in the showcase. I could probably talk about this game for quite a while. 10 points if you spotted the trend with this event. Games that weren't really on my watch list now are, even if I'm not yet completely sold on them. Very little got me hyped, but a lot did at least pique my interest, and I am now looking to see more about them. But there were 3 major standout announcements that blew me away. Let me know down in the description what your favourite games shown were, and why. I'd love to get some discussions going. Well, thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.